here?
We're here.
What day is it? Do you get the theme?
Yeah, it looks like it's coming up on Christmas. It
Easter?
looks perfect
What do you
in
think?
Here. It looks like corned beef and cabbage time to me.
What and what?
Corned beef and cabbage. My Irish people. Corned beef and cabbage. We love that.
I know, my mom used to make it every St. Patrick's Day. And what part, even before I was vegetarian or vegan or knew anything about that, what part would I not eat? I don't even know still. I would not eat the corned beef. I just love the boiled cabbage. Who likes boiled cabbage? Me. How is that possible?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So I'm taking off on the cabbage theme, okay?
Oh, so that's what you're cooking today, but there is no corned beef in our future today.
I hope not. I hope there's no corned beef in anyone's future ever.
Oh,
okay?
come on
Is
now,
that all
girl.
right?
I'll do a segment on cooking corned beef.
Okay.
This
what
looks
part of
good.
the animal is corned beef?
Oh, it comes from
I don't
right
even want to know.
here.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
okay. All right.
It's perfect.
So we're going to dish up some green. You ready?
I'm ready.
Now
you have a good segment. I'll get out of your way.
It'll be fun. One of my daughters, you know Candace.
Yes.
We always called her Cece. And this salad is Cece. It's chopped cucumber, chopped chives, and chopped cabbage. Cece. And her middle name is
Aromatic.
Colleen. She's an Irish girl. Is that? I'm no Meryl Streep when it comes to accents, okay? Maybe that sounds more whatever. Okay, let's get.
Have a good time.
Not even cooking. Bring on the spring. Bring spring. So I was really the sun is shining. Maybe by the time this airs, it won't be, but the sun was shining. I'm like, I feel more like a salad. And going off the St. Patrick's theme, I thought, I haven't used cabbage in a long time. So I started searching for different recipes, and I came up with this one, or I didn't come up with it, I found this one. Most of you know how I create a recipe. I'll look at 5 or 6 different people. Oh, what's theirs like? And then I'll forget all that and kind of put together myself. So this one was inspired by that great mother and daughter team, Monkey and Me. And I love that because I was born in the year of the monkey, so that's kind of fun. And I just wanted to do a lot of greens. You'll remember in a previous segment when I was talking about fiber fueled, and I was challenging everyone to eat just as he did, Dr. Wilby, he challenged you to eat 30 different plant foods every week. 30 different ones. So that's not like, remember, we're not counting the number of grams of fiber we eat. We are counting how much plant diversity we can get into our microbiome. And if you haven't seen that one, go back. It's the one about energy bites, where I talk about energy and fiber fuel and fueling your energy. So if you haven't seen that one, it was in a previous one, and there'll be more discussion. We dive a little bit deeper into the fiber fuel and why it's so important that our microbiome gets fiber. So anyway, what kind of salad did I make? I said Cece, the chopped cabbage, the chopped chives, and the chopped cucumber. So to spare you all, you know what a cabbage looks like, and I'm not going to take the knife and chop. What I did use is a food processor, and I used it on the shred cycle, and it worked out great. But you know, I really like chopping vegetables. I find it's very kind of meditative, chop. So you can do that, but you want to dice it really thin, and I just want to show you a little bit how shredded it looks. It looks like the stuff that's in the store, only don't use it prepackaged like that. Buy the actual cabbage, cut it up. You can use it for something else. You can boil it if you want when you're eating something else besides corned beef. But I don't know why I love boiled cabbage. And my dad he'd have the boiled cabbage and then he'd put cinnamon on it. Is that a thing? I don't even know. Or did he just make that up? I'm not sure. Anyway, so that's what I did. I used 3 cups of cabbage, and I've already sent the recipe to Steve, so he'll already have it listed. I know some of you didn't get the cornbread recipe when I talked about how to make the cornbread, but he did post it later. So I'm going to go over it as I talk with you, but you don't have to worry about writing it down or stopping or putting the video on pause. I'm going to give you a general overview, and then you can go through and make it. And I did change it up a little bit, obviously, from Monkey and Me. I noticed yesterday Jill Dalton released her Green Goddess salad, which is very similar to the Monkey and Me salad, which is very similar to mine, but I want you to make it your own. Remember when we first talked about using using what you have. That's so important. I want you to use what you have. Look, when I say look behind you, I don't mean like behind you right now. Look behind you in your kitchen. Think, oh wait, I've got celery seed. Why don't I put some celery seed in there? Look what you have. If you don't have one of these ingredients, it's okay. You can use what you have. If you don't have cashews, try a different nut. And because this is the nut that I used, Monkey and Me called for half walnuts, half cashews. I did not have walnuts, so guess what? It was all cashews. So that's what I use. Now we'll go through it. I just want to stress to you though, use what you have. And remember from the last video, we're going for 30 plants a week, 30 different ones. So if it grows from the ground or from your tower garden or whatever you have, it is a plant. So let's just take a look. We've got cashews, that's a plant. Sunflower seeds, a plant. Garlic, that's a plant. Shallot, I like to say the lady of shallot. Shallot. This is a shallot, which I'm really getting into these. They're not as strong as maybe a purple onion or a yellow onion, but it has kind of a lighter flavor. It still makes my eyes run, and that's why I have to cut them up before I ever get on camera. Otherwise, I turn out like, remember Tammy Faye Baker, the raccoon? Oh well, maybe you guys are too young. Probably not. The beans, the sunflower seeds, all from plants. Lemons, that's from plants. Chives, that's from plants. Cucumber from plants, cabbage from plants. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, and we haven't even got to the full sauce yet. All right? So that's almost making our 30 that we're going for. So we've chopped the cabbage, I use baby cucumber, I do not peel the cucumber, and they are organic, which I really stress, if you can, use organic as much as possible, especially when they're raw like this, so we want to use organic as much as possible. Then, for the sauce, which this sauce, I'm going to ask my cameraman if he has on his camera, do you have smell-o-vision possible? Can they smell this? He's shaking his head no. Oh my gosh, I could use this as perfume. I probably, yeah. Oh well, anyway, probably not. But it smells so good, and look how green it is. Now I put this green tape on it as soon as I got here because I didn't want you to think the name on the jar is what it is. It's not. I just found this jar, trying to reuse it, and this is so good. What I did is I soaked in hot water 1/4 cup of organic cashews. Now again, if I don't want you running to the store going, oh gosh, I don't have cashews. Maybe you have pine nuts. If you have some pine nuts, that's probably what traditional pesto is made out of. Pine nuts are very expensive. That's okay. You can use those, but they are soft, and that's what we want the cashew consistency to be, is soft, and a pine nut is soft. So that's why I soaked it for 20 minutes. And then after I soaked it in hot water, drained the water, then I put the cashews in the bottom, so I put those in first, of a high-speed blender, because I want those cashews to be the first thing that those blades touch. And I use a Vitamix. If you email me and say, could I use a this, that, or this, that, or I don't know all the other blenders. I don't know. Maybe your Ninja's good, or maybe your, I don't know, whatever you have is good. I just know I use the Vitamix, and so that's all I can really attest to. I also know that making sauces like this, when you're using nuts, works much better for me in the high-speed blender than it does the food processor. And I love my food processor. It's the Hamilton Beach. I know it's not top of the line, but I love it. It's a dynamo. Okay, so then what I use then is the raw cashews. Monkey and Me called for 2 cloves of garlic. I'm like, wait, 2 cloves of garlic? No one used 2 cloves of garlic. I used 4 because I like it really garlicky. I used 1/3 cup of the shallot, Our Lady of Shallot. Fresh chives, and I bought the chives in one of those little package. I use half in the salad, and I use half in the sauce. You might grow your own chives. That's great. Use your chives to what your taste buds want. I found this organic basil, which I used, and I'm gonna try, not only do I love plants to eat, I love plants to grow. So I'm going to try to propagate these in water. Okay, tell me what you think, or don't tell me, but I think it'll be exciting. And then I use baby spinach. I like the baby spinach. And so I used these 2. I measured those out. I used 1 cup of fresh basil. I used 1 cup of organic spinach. I used 1/4 cup of water. And then I used nutritional yeast. If you don't like nutritional yeast, skip it. Some people, they say, oh, I don't like what it's made of, whatever. You can skip it. If you've never heard of nutritional yeast, this is one brand. There's other brands. I don't know if you can even buy anything in bulk anymore. Prior to what's going on in the world, you used to be able to buy nutritional yeast in bulk. If you don't like it, that's okay. Don't use it. It just adds kind of a pesto cheesy flavor to it, which I really like. And again, after you make the sauce, you're going to taste it and say, oh, you know what? I think I need some more of this or more of that. Mine was great. My next door neighbor, Jeff, thank you, Jeff, but he has the best Meyer lemons, so I use lemons, the Meyer lemons. Lemons can be tricky. So just because what I used, how much did I use here? I used 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, but let me tell you, these pups are packed with lemon. Maybe if you buy yours at the store, they won't be lemony enough, so you'll need to up it a little bit. I also used rice vinegar. I had two teaspoons of rice vinegar. Mixed that all up in the Vitamix, and we came out with this. And I let it set for overnight because I think it tastes a lot better when they marry all those flavors together. Or I guess the new term, when you hook up all these flavors together. So now I'm going to spoon it in here. Oh my gosh, I feel like Popeye the sailor person. Yum. Now this doesn't look that great. I'm going to say it probably doesn't look that great on camera, but oh my gosh, in this salad it looks beautiful. Oh, this is going to be so good. I love to eat. I love to eat green, and I'm going to even up this a little bit more because what did I tell you I was going to add? That Monkey and Me, and I don't know if Jill Dalton used this in her Green Goddess. Use the whole thing. The cameraman's, he's licking his lips. He can tell. And then just for the fun of it, just because we're adding more plants, I'm going to add a few more organic sunflower seed kernels. They're raw and shelled. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more on those. Oh my gosh. This is, oh my gosh. Really, my mouth is watering, and my mouth doesn't water that often, except maybe for peas and potatoes or something. All right, I'm going to mix this up. And you don't want to add more than 3 cups of cabbage unless you increase or double the recipe of the sauce. Otherwise, it's going to be way too dry. Notice how this smells. You can't notice how. Okay, you people in the audience, which are none. Oh, we got to have a smell-o-vision one. Okay, I love the smell. I never used to eat pesto because it was so oily. But now with this recipe, yum, yum, yum. Let me just hold it up. I don't know if it looks as good on camera as it really looks in person. Can you smell that, Steve, from way over here?
Smells
oh my
great.
gosh. Oh, and I want to thank my daughter, Cece. That's my daughter. I want to thank her mother-in-law. She lives right here in Sacramento. Thank you, Gabby, for giving this to me for Christmas. Very thoughtful of you. It's now famous. She comes in here and shops, doesn't she, Steve?
Yes.
Yes, exactly. All right, Steve, are you ready to try this?
The aroma is just in the store is fabulous.
I want to tell you my favorite bean, and that's the Good Mother Stollard bean. And I'll tell you the reason why, because my goal in life is to be a good mom. And I hope if Candace and Danielle are watching this that maybe I achieve that. But so I always have a place in my heart for Good Mother Stollard. Steve's going to have he's having a big special on the Good Mother Stollard that he's going to tell you about in just a second. If you don't have Good Mother Stollard, I would recommend flageolet because it's kind of greenish. The green kind of cooks out of it, but when it starts, it's all with the St. Patrick's theme.
Right.
That's a good one. This one, at the end of that rainbow, there's the pot of gold, right, Mr. Leprechaun? Was that Irish? No? Okay, anyway, if you want to use that bean, you can use that bean, but Steve has some Purano ones. And so what I was going to do, Steve, is put the salad on the plate.
Okay.
Are the green plates okay?
Yeah.
Okay, the green plates are okay, and then I was going to add some beans to it.
Perfect.
Take a look. Oh, look at that. This looks like a pot of gold. There it is.
It does.
Corned beef does not belong on this plate. Look how Irish this looks. Doesn't this look Irish, Mr. Cameraman? It does. Tell me what you think.
Well, I'm still not missing the corned beef yet, but this looks good.
I hope you like it.
And maybe we would
try.
garnish it with just a few shavings of carrots, so we have the corned beef in the, because we don't have the potatoes, but the potato flavor in the beans.
You know what we could do, which is a great idea now that you just mentioned it? Let's put this on top of a baked potato. How fun would that be?
Let's put it on the top of my spoon. I want some more.
You like it? Oh, I'm so glad.
Delicious.
Good. I'm so glad you like it.
That pesto is wonderful.
Thank you. Yes, and so there's no oil in that pesto and no corned beef juice, obviously.
Things I learned from you.
Maybe that goes without saying. Can I take a bite? Mm-hmm. How are the beans?
Perfect. That good?
What a great combination.
Yeah, they hold what I love about the peruano is, Good Mother is good, and we're going to talk about that.
Good.
But with peruano, what's made it so popular for, hundreds, years, whatever, is they hold their shape so nicely, right? But then you just crush with the pressure of your tongue. You don't have to chew it. It's just done. Just good.
Shouldn't talk with my mouth full on camera, should I?
I know.
Okay.
I'm doing the same.
So, Steve, tell us about Good Mother Stollard. Which,
Okay.
if we had him in time for Mother's Day, let's do a whole theme. Mother's Day, Good Mother Stollard.
That was our idea.
Tell us about him. You want to hold him?
Yeah, I love mothers. Good Mother Stollard has been one of the beans that was really made Chili Smith. The Moore Fry family grew these for a long time, and we got our beans from them. And then they stopped growing them, and then we had trouble. Now here in Northern California, the last couple of years, we've had trouble with wildfires. And the wildfire, you would think, well, so what? You live in the valley. You're not even in the forest. And we're not. But the smoke comes to the valley. And it comes at a time when our beans are just up to about knee height, and they need a lot of sunshine, and they need a lot of water. And with the wildfires we've had the last 2 years, our smoke has really hurt production and a lack of water, because we need the water to fight the fire. So one of our beloved growers, really, we haven't had my story is that we haven't had Good Mother Stollard for almost 2 years. And they found some, and they're of really good quality. And so we've offered them. Before we offer them to our wholesale customers, we're offering them to our viewers and to the people in the store. Then we're offering them in 2-pound bags and 5-pound bags, not in our normal 1-pound bags. So if you have some interest in that, and the other would be Jacob's Cattle. We haven't had Jacob's Cattle, which is very popular as well. And both of those beans will be available on a special purchase on this special. So if you have some interest, come back. You can only order via email. It will not be on the website. It will not be there. You can phone us at our 800 number, or you can email me, and I'll make sure I get back with you and take care of you. But that's what we're doing at Good Mother. We will have them for Mother's Day, and we'll be doing some special things with them. It's a wonderful, wonderful bean.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. In fact, I just thought of something fun, and maybe we could try this and talk about it later. It might be fun if they bought the Good Mother Stollard, and then they could cook along with us. Make something.
Oh, that'd be a great
Would that be
idea.
fun?
Yeah.
Okay, we just thought of that. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Luck of the Irish be with you. Do you want to, is there anything Irish that
thank
you
you,
can see?
Twyla, for a wonderful salad, and thank you folks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Please let us know you like what we're doing, and we'll try. And we are receiving more and more notices and comments from you as we go through this, and so we're trying to answer the questions as we go through and bring in additional content. We do have some new things that are going to be coming up, including doing some cooking outside, so we won't just be here in the store. And so we look forward to bringing all of that to you. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for viewing.
Thank you.